Hey, what's up guys? Joker here, and I am currently filming my second video for today because something came up that I was not aware of. Apparently today is Green Monday. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I know Black Friday, I know Cyber Monday, but now it's Green Monday, which, as I said, I've literally never heard of before, and I had already shot a video for today, but now with this going on and it being rather time sensitive, the video I shot about an hour ago, you'll be seeing that tomorrow, and I think you guys will probably like that a lot. But as I said, it's Green Monday, which is another day for deals before Christmas, so there were some ones that I definitely wanted to go ahead and talk about. The first one of which actually made me really angry because on Black Friday I bought a bunch of M.2 SATA drives, which are considerably slower than M.2 NVMe drives, which are now on sale for only about $20, $30 more than what I had paid for SATA drives just a couple of weeks ago. So that kind of annoyed me a little bit. So we're going to start things off over on Newegg. We've also got some deals on Amazon for you guys too. And of course, all of the links will be down in the description below. If you want to pick up anything in this video, there'll be affiliate links down there, which means I get a small kickback from anything that you pick up while you're over there. So I certainly appreciate it if you do take the time to use the links in the description. But as I said, we're starting off at Newegg with a 1 terabyte NVMe drive. So that means it's going to be super fast, considerably faster, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times faster than a standard SATA drive, whether it's a 2.5 inch or an M.2 drive, which I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes, the ones I actually bought a couple weeks ago, which are great, but they're not NVMe drives like this, which has read and write speeds of up to 3,200 megabytes per second on the read and 1,800 megabytes per second on the write. And that's megabytes, not bits. So these things are just dummy fast, and they're selling for $165. It's an HP NVMe drive. So $165 for these is just absolutely insane. The SSD prices have just been coming down so much, and with this being an NVMe drive, I am probably going to go out and buy at least one of these just because of how good the price is. And you can see right here, at the time I'm recording this, the sale ends in 16 hours. By the time you're watching it, it might be like 14 or 15 hours from ending, so definitely jump on this today if you do need an SSD for your system. And this is a 1 terabyte. Now, we're going to look at some more SSDs, but the second item on here is the number 2 item that I would certainly go after if you do not have one of these, and it is a CyberPower UPS. I've mentioned this in, I think it was my Cyber Monday video, because these were on sale. I have 2 of these here in the studio, one that I use for my main system and on my monitors, and another one that I have dedicated just to my router so that if the power goes out, I've got my Wi-Fi still up and running and I can keep myself entertained on a tablet or on my phone or something. So yeah, I use these in the studio. I said for the Wi-Fi is a good reason to have it, but also for my PC, just not only for uptime and so that I have time to save my work if I did have a power outage, but also just to protect my components, because things like brownouts can take out several or just one or all of the components inside of your system if you happen to have one. So something like this would definitely help protect it, and the CyberPower ones are some of the best you can get. This is a 900 watt or 1500 volt ampere, so more than enough to be able to keep your main system up and running, along with like a router, a monitor, maybe a sound system if you got that hooked up to it. You'll definitely have more than enough time to save your stuff, as you can probably get about a half hour of uptime still after your power has gone out. And if you have something just like a router running off of it, you can get 3 to 4 hours easily with just something like a router going off of it with Wi-Fi, which is pretty low power compared to a desktop computer. Now, there are a couple other SSDs I do want to mention because they are on sale as well. This is the one that I actually bought a few weeks ago. This is the Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte SATA drive. So this is not going to be as fast as the NVMe one that I mentioned at the start of the video, the HP drive, but it's a 1 terabyte for $135. It's SATA. It's still going to be pretty damn fast. You're going to be in the realm of like 500 to 600 megabyte per second read and write speeds, but for an extra $30, you can get the NVMe drive that I mentioned at the start, and I think if you got the budget, that's really the way to go because it's going to be so stupid fast. But these are still very, very good, and it won't take up any of your PCI lanes if you happen to be limited on those in any way whatsoever. So there's definitely pros and cons to one way or the other, because if you're using an NVMe drive, you are going to be using up some of your PCI lanes, and using something like this, that's not going to be an issue. If you just want a 2.5-inch drive, I feel like you can't go wrong with the SanDisks. These are all, again, 1 terabyte drives. They do have other sizes available. 480 gigs you can get for $70, but 125 for 1 terabyte, I think you can't really argue with it. And I have a few of these in my main system and a couple others scattered around the studio, and I usually use these in my new system builds because they're big enough to have the OS and be able to install a whole bunch of games for benchmarking. So I've used multiple of these over the past few years. None of them have died yet, so they are definitely pretty good drives. Not the best out there, but they're good enough. Shooting back again over to Newegg, we do have a few RAM deals to go over here. Corsair Vengeance RGB RAM, 16 gigabytes at 3,000 megahertz. This is going for $120. That's pretty damn good, especially considering how high RAM prices have been of late, let alone the fact that it's Corsair Vengeance, which is good quality. I've used it in a system before. I've used Corsair Vengeance, and I've used the RGB one time in a system before, and it's got, again, RGB. I mean, you can't deny that. The RGB adds at least another 3,000 megahertz on top of the 3,000 megahertz that's already on it. Everybody knows that. It goes without question. Corsair Vengeance, once again, if we go over to Amazon, they have a kit of the LPX RAM. This I actually use in my main system. Again, 16 gigabytes, 3,000 megahertz. This is $125. So it's $5 more. You're not getting RGB. So if you don't want RGB, it doesn't have it. And then also, you do get the benefit of this, since it's LPX, it's going to be low profile. So if you have a big tower heatsink, this will be able to get in there underneath the fins and all of that without any issues whatsoever. But yeah, the better deal is probably the RGB RAM if you care about aesthetics at all, or you just want to, save a few dollars extra, but both kits will be absolutely fine. And the cheapest kit that I found, 16 gigabytes of RAM, was the G.Skill Ripjaws. Again, this is 3,000 megahertz. It's over on Newegg, and it's $115, which is a very, very good price. But with all three of the kits, you really can't go wrong with any of them. And if you need 16 gigs of RAM for a new system build or an upgrade to a current system, then go ahead and grab it now, because prices are probably going to come back up after today. And then to round out this, we have a few graphics cards over on Newegg. All of these actually include some pretty decent bundles along with them too. So the Asus GTX 1070 dual card is on sale for $335, which normally retails for $400 and upward. So $335 for this card is actually really good. And if you look down here, it has a few deals, a few bundled items along with it. So you get 2,000 V-Bucks for Fortnite if that's something you care about. It's a $45 value according to them. You also get a free copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is pretty good, and also Monster Hunter World. So that's awesome. Good bundle right there, paired up with this GTX 1070. There's also a 1070 Ti for $380. This does not include Black Ops 4, but it does come with the Fortnite V-Bucks and a copy of Monster Hunter World once again, and it's 1070 Ti for $380. So just for the price alone, that's a pretty good deal, let alone the fact that it is coming with a game and some V-Bucky-Roonies, which, I don't know, maybe you can give it to your kid or your favorite niece or nephew if you don't play Fortnite, which is understandable because the game's garbage. My opinion only, clearly. And then last but certainly not least, a reference model from Sapphire of RX Vega 64, which is the most powerful card that we are looking at here, and it's $400, so only $20 more than the 1070 Ti, and I would say that the bundle with this is probably the best one here out of all of them, as it comes with 3 free games. You're getting Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, I believe it is, and then The Division 2. All 3 of those games are ones that I personally want to play, and you get all of them with Vega 64 for $400. Said and just done deal. Like $400 for an insanely good card that competes with the likes of the 1080 and the 2070, even beats the 2070 in a lot of games. And you get 3 free games, which they value at $150 for all 3 of them. So those are my top 10 Green Monday deals. Didn't even know Green Monday was a thing until today, but I guess it is, and I guess we can't really complain too much about there being deals, although I don't know, when are they going to stop naming these things? When's it going to be Purple Tuesday? I'm looking forward to Purple Tuesday as a Joker fan, if I'm being honest. So get on that for 2019 marketing people that want to just steal our money and have you buy other things on these websites while you're over there besides the things that are on sale, which is why they have these sales to begin with. Spoiler alert, it's all a big con. But still, as long as you're smart and you just buy the items that I'm recommending or just the items that are on sale, then you can actually make out pretty well if you don't fall into some of the other, well, pitfalls of why they do these big deal days anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Once again, links are going to be down below for everything I covered here for the Green Monday deals, and you only got about like maybe 15 hours left until, well, like probably maybe it looks like a little bit past midnight tonight, I guess. And these deals will be gone, probably be a little bit more tomorrow. So if there's something here you saw, especially like those SSDs and the UPS, I would definitely recommend those if you need them. So yeah, let me know your thoughts though down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to stick a thumbs up on it. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you have been here for a while, you can always ring the notification bell. That way you never miss a video as soon as it goes live here on the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the video that I shot earlier today. Ta-ra!